March 31st, 2014 was the deadline for Affordable Care Act enrollment, but it seems like there's no shortage of misleading claims about the healthcare law. Americans for Prosperity, a conservative advocacy group, is targeting Democrats in ads airing throughout the country.
And millions of people have lost their health insurance. Millions of people can't see their own doctors. And millions are paying more and getting less.
Misleading. Americans received cancellation notices for individual market plans that no longer met the law's requirements. Critics of the law now say millions lost their health insurance. But that's misleading. Those individual market plans were discontinued, but policyholders weren't denied coverage. And the question is, how many millions of insured Americans had plans canceled? And how does that compare with the millions of uninsured Americans who gained coverage under the law? There is evidence that far more have gained coverage than had their policies canceled. Here's another claim from Americans for Prosperity.
Really, Congressman? Our plans canceled. Our doctors lost. Our premiums skyrocketed.
Families are losing their doctors, and healthcare costs are skyrocketing.
That's misleading. Premiums for those who buy their own private insurance will go up or down, in some cases significantly, depending on individual circumstances. Employer-sponsored premiums, where most Americans have coverage, are not, quote, skyrocketing, and neither are healthcare costs. In fact, the growth of both has been at historically low rates in the past few years. What about this?
Obamacare means higher costs for struggling families.
The hurting families claim has been a tagline on several Americans for Prosperity ads. It's true that some who bought their own insurance on the individual market could end up paying more, but millions of uninsured families will gain coverage under the law, many of them through free or low-cost Medicaid or Children's Health Insurance Program coverage. And millions of insured families will get federal subsidies to help pay for coverage. Finally, let's also take a look at this claim from President Obama.
And that's what the Affordable Care Act represents. As messy as it's been sometimes, as contentious as it's been sometimes, it is progress. It is making sure that we are not the only advanced country on earth that doesn't make sure everybody has basic health care.
The Affordable Care Act doesn't change that status for the United States. The country still is one of just a few advanced nations that don't, quote, make sure everybody has basic health care, to borrow Obama's phrasing. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates that tens of millions will gain insurance, but the Affordable Care Act was never expected to cover everyone. The CBO says there will be 25 million fewer uninsured because of the law, as early as 2016. That leaves 31 million still uninsured. To learn more, go to factcheck.org.